welcome back to Nenelicious Kitchen. I hope you're all having fun. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Today I'm gonna be taking you through one of my favorite and easy recipe, scallion sauce made with salmon and shrimps, served with basmati rice. Now let's go on the ride. I'm gonna chop up my tomatoes. I have my tomatoes, my onions, red bell pepper, scotch bonnet pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, salmon, chopped scallion, adobo for seasoning, curry powder, knorr cube, and my fresh shrimps. So now we're going to start by chopping up the ingredients. I'm going to put my onion in here, my scotch bonnet pepper, my red bell pepper. I already cleaned it. I took out the seeds because if you blend it with the seeds, it's going to make the sauce bitter. Now I have 6 plum tomatoes. My hands are already washed, so I'm going to put them in the blender and chop them up. Let me blend a little bit and chop it up. I think we should be good. Now I'm going to turn on my pot. I already have some oil, some canola oil in the pot. You can use any kind of oil you like, vegetable oil, canola oil, peanut oil. I like to cook with canola oil. Now I'm going to heat up my oil before I pour my blended ingredients in. Was heat up for 2 minutes. Now I'm going to pour my blended ingredients in. Now I'm going to put in my knorr cube for seasoning. I'm going to put my salt in, and I'm going to put a little bit of curry powder in this. Now I'm going to stir, cover it, and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Then we'll come back again to it. I'm going to cook on a medium heat. So, while this is boiling, I'm going to season my salmon. I like to season a lot with adobo. I don't like too much seasoning because I don't like my seasoning to be overpowering. My hands are clean, they're already washed. So I'm going to season my salmon with adobo and let it sit. I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning. Now I'm going to let it sit while my sauce is cooking. So we're going to come back to the sauce after 10 minutes. Okay. Now we have boiled the sauce for 10 minutes. We're going to look at it and see how it's doing. But when I'm making stew, I like to turn off my stove when I want to turn it to avoid it splashing all over the place. So now I'm going to turn it on and check it out. Okay. Now this is what it looks like. we're not there yet, so we have to cook for another 10 minutes so we can dry some of the water we have in the sauce. So let's go for another 10 minutes. Welcome back, guys. Now let's see how the ingredients came out. Don't forget, I'm going to turn off my stove before I open the pot. Now this is what it looks like. The water is already dried out. I had to cook for a little bit longer because I put a little bit more water in the tomatoes. Normally this process is not supposed to take more than 20 minutes, but it took like 20 to 30 minutes to cook because I had to dry up all the water. So if you happen to put a little bit more water in your tomatoes when blending, you can just cook for a little bit of, you can cook for a few minutes longer. So now I'm going to put in my shrimps. I'm going to put in my shrimps. I'm turning it to get it all over the place. Now I'm going to put in my seasoned salmon. Forget. Now I'm going to cover. Now I'm going to cover and let my salmon and shrimp steam together for like 5 to 7 minutes before we come back and put a scallion in it. The scallion will be the last thing to put in because I still want it to maintain its nutritional value. So now I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to be back in another 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, see you soon. Welcome back, guys. Now let's see what our sauce looks like. I'm going to turn it off again. This is coming out real good. Delicious, delicious kitchen. Wow. I am getting really hungry right now. So now I'm going to put the scallion in. This is the last step. And after putting the scallion in, I'm going to let it cook for like 3 minutes. I just cooked the fish, the shrimps, and the sauce for like 7 minutes. So now we're going to cook for another 3 minutes. I'm trying to get the scallion in the pot. Okay, so now I have my scallion in the pot, so I'm going to let it boil for 3 minutes before it's ready. And tonight I will be serving this scallion sauce with basmati rice. So now let's come back in 3 minutes and see what it looks like. Guys, so now let's see how this scallion sauce came out. Now I'm going to turn it off. Oh wow, it looks so rich and delicious. So I'm going to be serving it with basmati rice. My basmati rice is already cooked, so I'm gonna be serving the scallion sauce with basmati rice tonight. Let me taste it and let you know. This is very delicious, very rich. Please try this recipe and let me know how it came out. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the bell button at the end of this video, and don't forget you can also find me on Instagram. I'll see you soon. Have a good night, everyone. Happy Valentine once again. Enjoy yourselves and have